Hello friends, I have already shown how entry level terrace garden can be set up at our own home in one of my earlier videos, and you can watch that video in this link. How the grow bags versus rectangular raised patch work with respect to each other, I have already explained that too. I am a supporter of this rectangular raised patch terrace garden approach. Today I am going to show you how do it yourself a type of terrace garden rectangular patch can be made by ourselves, and that can be a little advantages compared to the steel type one that I have already shown in this video. Come, let us watch how we can do it. Okay, let us preview the design of the raised patch. It's PVC pasted pipe construction with a ceramic tile at the bottom as a support base. There are two frames. The blue one shown here is the bottom frame or lower frame with its own legs and also a connection to the top frame, upper frame. The red one is shown in upper frame. This is how it's going to look like when it is finished with the grow bag, and we can fill whatever medium that we want to fill. We can keep it on a pedestal. All the materials required are given as a bill of materials in the description part of the video. We'll straight away go to the construction. This is the full finished PVC frame, and this blue one is the lower frame. We are going to do that first. So to start with, the four long members of the lower frame are taken up, and the two Tees are going to be pasted in between two of the long members as shown in this video. We are pushing the long member pipe into the T, either side of the T, after applying the PVC cementing solution, and then we complete both long members. The four pieces together now become two pieces, and this is how the two long members are completed. Once done, the four long members, the two lower and two upper will look very same. Now we do an intermediate step of pasting the short pipes into the four Tees, the side portion of the four Tees as shown here. So we complete all the four together to go to the next step. Once done, now we are ready to assemble the lower frame. There are a lot of parts apparently, but they are all going into the respective places, very similar to the Lego blocks the kids used to assemble. Even though it looks like a lot of parts, once they are put in place, if you cut the parts to the right length, then it is like a very simple kids play. You can assemble the parts together. Right now we are not using any paste. We are first putting these parts together using the tightness inside the bores of the fittings. We will do the pasting separately. All the six legs are assembled with ensuring the squareness, the vertical position of the legs, and then we are slightly hammering all the parts together so that the lower frame is ready. The finished lower frame looks like this. Now let's go ahead and assemble the upper frame together. The upper frame looks like this. There are parts that connect the upper frame to the lower frame. There are four vertical pipes. So we place these parts on the lower frame and proceed with the upper frame. The upper frame has four elbows which require the small pipes to be inserted into, very similar to the Tees that we did for the lower frame. We complete the same way, all four elbows, and proceed with the next step of putting together the upper frame. The upper frame is a very simple structure. We place all the 4 Tees with their sides facing downwards and assemble the long members. Then the 2 short members are assembled. Before that, the elbows are assembled to the Tees with the short pipes attached to them. Now we are going to assemble the cross members. Once done, it's a perfect rectangular framework. So again, we push the parts together tightly by slightly hammering. Once done, we are ready to place it on top of the lower frame with the 4 legs pointing upwards, entering into the respective holes in the Tees. It's ready now for the next step. Only now we are going to glue the PVC frame together. Before that, we just check if the size is okay by placing the ceramic tile. This is only a structural joint, so it's not a fluid joint. So we don't worry about perfect sealing of the parts. We want to ensure that they don't separate from each other. So by keeping it in their respective position, we allow the solvent to enter the gaps and glue the parts together. That is enough. It is good to leave the vertical members unglued so that the upper and lower frames can be separated for any later transportation or storage. We can go ahead in fitting the Growbag. If possible, if available, the rectangular Growbags can be done by outside. Otherwise, I did myself. It's very easy. It's done with a 250 micron LDPE sheet that's used in tarpaulins and also some storage applications. We place the sheet and then fold it suitably so that it looks like this, and you can see semicircular clamps tied using wire ties that hold the Growbag in place. So I used 1 1/4 inch PVC pipe cut into holes to clamp these Growbags onto the side members. You can place it and then puncture a hole, run a wire tie around and then pull all the way down to ensure that the bag is in place. You can use as many clamps as you like. I used 3 for the long members and 2 for the cross members. Totally 6 plus 4, 10. You can also screw the grey piece on top of from the top onto the member. It's up to you. Once done, the corners are cut so that the Growbag is ready. This is how it's portable. It's less than 10 kilos weight. You can easily move around. And this arrangement is ready for use in the normal lower sitting posture growing arrangement. But I prefer standing posture arrangement. So I removed the legs in the down below the lower frame and kept on concrete pedestals. There are bricks available 2 feet long, 600 mm long bricks readily available, Aerocon bricks. I placed on top of the bricks so that it's very easy to walk around and handle the media. You can place ceramic tiles on top of the sheet so that it provides a very rough surface for you to ensure it doesn't tear when you handle any tools. We can see how 2 blocks of 5 kilos exactly fill this raised patch volume. You can expand the 2 5 kilo packs into these. You can also fill any other medium, fertilizer. Sometimes we fill the coir peat and natural soil too. Sometimes from the earlier batch, whatever is left over we add. So it's up to us to fill the raised patch with whatever grow medium that we want. Let's see the advantages of this raised patch over the steel larger one. This is 8 square feet size, so it is a modular one. We can expand into multiple sizes. We can grow different crops in each of the units, and the structure is made from PVC and ceramic tile. It's a do-it-yourself manufacturable with minimum tools. There is no need to depend on external craftsman, welding, grill workshop, anybody. Then it's, as I told earlier, it's durable with no maintenance. It can last minimum 50 to 100 years. It costs less than 2,500 rupees per unit. It's suitable for both terrace and balcony also. Being a small size, 2 feet wide size, even you can place it in a balcony. It's very modular. You can expand into multiple units. If you want, so let's say 32 square feet growing area, you make 4 units. And when you move one floor to another floor, you don't want to use all, you remove the growing medium, then you can fold, like the top and bottom frame can be removed and the bag can be compressed, so you can, like a folding cart, you can store in a place. So expanding and shrinking the area is very easy. It's very lightweight, so you can carry over staircase, you can easily handle it. Moving from place to place is very easy, as I told. Restarting batch, since you grow multiple units, one can have vegetables, one can have herbs of different staggered cycles. You can restart one batch or one patch at a different time compared to the another. In a large rectangular patch that I already used, that's a difficult thing. You have to completely kill all the plants to restart. So that's an advantage. What are the possible next steps in this approach? I have not discussed much about the drain holes for excess water. Anybody who has grown plants in grow bags knows the reason and where to place, and you can do the same way. Then fertilizer and micronutrients, what is to be added, how much, it's all depends on place to place and requirements. This focus will get disturbed if we go deep into that. Then the sun shade, similarly, wherever required, you may add depending on the environment and the plant that you are planning to grow. Then a single point irrigation, you might have seen in one of my videos that large 24 square feet raised patch. I used a pipe sprinkler type, so single point irrigation is possible. Similar way, something is possible for this raised patch too. That's not covered in this discussion today. Ant deterrent arrangement, if we put some ant repellent around the legs of these raised patches, the ants will not enter into the growing area. Thereby aphids can be controlled to a great extent, so that is not covered here in detail. Superstructure frame you can add for supporting the climbers, or you want to cover with insect screen. It's all up to you to do it. We have seen how this PVC and ceramic raised patch, a compact one, a do-it-yourself one, is better than even the rectangular steel one. And this is something, a world premiere. I've never seen this kind of a device anywhere. I have designed this, and this is the very first piece I made. I hope this will be useful to everyone, and you will all start making these and start enjoying vegetables and greens at your own home. Hope to see you next in another video. Bye.